Guess I'll just talk for 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Sitting here in my basement. Right over there is where I make my tutorials. I used to do it up in my room, but it got pretty hot in summer and so forth, so I moved down to the basement. And you guys want to see something awesome? Here's my new monitor I got. So I'm gonna have dual monitor system. It's gonna be pretty awesome. A friend gave me that, so thanks to him. Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Caleb, and well, I thought I'd give you a little update. I did a live stream a second ago, but I kind of failed, so just ignore that one. Alright, so I want to talk about a few things. I decided to do this on a live stream rather than record it to see how that goes, and if I absolutely hate it, I'll probably never do it again. But if it's cool, I might continue to do it. So, for those of you who don't know, my name's Caleb. I own the channel Caleb the Video Maker. I also have my website, calebcurry.com, my Facebook and Twitter and so forth. So I'm just going to talk about a few things. Right now on my channel, I have 1,498 subscribers, I think. Yeah, 1,498 subscribers and 124,000 views. So that's super awesome. So thank you guys for that. And hopefully we can work together to build that even higher. And I hope I can try to keep you guys updated with my views and so forth in the future. But as for now, I just want to talk about a few things. I'm a little nervous, but I mean, gotta chill. I can chill out. Just give me a minute. Alright, so mainly today I worked on my website. So for those of you who don't know, I also have a website, calebcurry.com. It's still kind of in production mode, so it sucks. But, you know, that's my excuse. Right, so check that out. You can find most of my videos that are available on my channel. You can find most of them on that website. And I will also be posting some blog posts as well as extra content for the videos that you can find on there. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Alright, so I need to upload the rest of my music theory series, which is going to take forever because there's a million of them. And then also the HTML/CSS series I'm working on, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I don't know when I'll get that done, but someday. I'm pretty busy. Alright, so I want to talk about, some of you may know I have a couple social networks I use. I want to talk about the differences between each one and what they're for. Alright, so the main one I use is YouTube, obviously. This is where I post mainly educational videos. I have two channels. I have more, but I mean, two channels I really use. Caleb the Video Maker and Caleb the Video Maker 2. Alright, so which one is which? Well, Caleb the Video Maker I started a while ago, and I created like these little skits and so forth. And well, after a while, I wanted to upload more content such as behind the scenes and tutorials and stuff on how I created those skits and how to do that better. So that ended up becoming Caleb the Video Maker 2, but then I kind of changed my mind and I decided not to use Caleb the Video Maker 2 as a secondary channel, and I just uploaded the extra content onto Caleb the Video Maker. And then I figured if one day I decide to do vlogs or something, I'll post them on Caleb the Video Maker 2. Well, then I kind of got into the idea of tutorials. I made a couple tutorials for like Google Plus and some random technology hacks, or not really hacks, but like tricks and stuff. And I uploaded those, and I thought it was pretty fun. So I originally tried to do like one a day, but it got pretty boring, so I stopped. And then I got into database programming, and I programmed some databases for practice, and I read some books and stuff. Basically, I wanted to become a web developer, and well, that kind of evolved over a course of a couple months. I started in the summer of 2012. It's 2013. Yeah, last summer I got the idea, okay, I want to be a web developer, And starting like June 4th was when I entered my extreme study sessions or whatever. Basically, they weren't really that extreme. I just tried to work for at least 6 hours a day. I wanted to get 6 hours a day in study or some sort of work. So I tried to do that every day of the week except Sunday. I gave myself a day off on Sunday, and that kind of went okay. It's funny because like my work is the same thing as what I do in my free time in my head. So back then I was like, okay, I got to work for 6 hours. So let's work this out. Just study for 6 hours, and then after that, well, I'm off my work hour, and I do the same thing until I go to bed. So most tech geeks do the same thing they do at work at home if they have a good job that they like anyways. Either that or they do whatever they can that's different from their job because they hate their job. But I wasn't really getting paid. It was just my learning phase. So what I did was I just studied. First I started studying servers because I was playing video games and I wanted to set up some private servers. Not against the rule private servers, but like Minecraft server or whatever. And that kind of evolved into, I wanted to learn about port forwarding. So I got a book on port forwarding, which was actually how to build a website. And within that book, it talked about port forwarding. Well, while I was at that same time in my life, I was also studying like HTML, like super old HTML with like bold tags and all that crap. And I didn't really understand proper modern web development. So I figured out how to make the forms. This was like I really got into like programming my sophomore year in high school, that is. And I got the forms built, but I didn't know how to submit them or do anything with the content they uploaded. So then I got a book from my grandma, well, my step-grandma, step-grandma, I think. My dad's second wife sent me a book over SQL, and that was like super awesome. So I read that thing like a boss, and I got some other databasing books, and then I got PHP and MySQL quick start guide. I don't know if it's around here anywhere. I read that, and then I started building my own little websites, and I built one for my friend. They're kind of crappy. I mean, I was kind of starting out, Didn't really do anything professionally. Well, then I wanted to take a small portion of databasing, because databasing is a huge topic, and I wanted to explain it in detail to people because I was already in the habit of making videos. I've made videos like my entire life, these comedy skits, whatever you want to call them, as well as other things. So I wanted to take this content and create funny educational videos. I mean, I've seen a lot of YouTube tutorials. I like the idea. I created some tutorials for video games as well as Google Plus and so forth that I talked about earlier. So what I did was I thought about creating a database design series. Because you want to know why I picked that? Well, because when I was first learning database design, I thought it was the most confusing thing in the world. So that's what kind of triggered the idea. Well, I should turn this into something people can understand, because I feel the stuff that people don't understand, that's what they're going to come to me to help understand, if that makes any sense. So basically, if there's a high rated situation or whatever, I want to take that, break it up into pieces, manageable pieces, that each person can understand these pieces and put it together to fully understand the idea. So rather than cramming it all in, okay, let's make a video over database design, and then boom, we're done with that. Let's talk about web development. And then I'm also, oh man. Alright, I think my YouTube got chopped out there. But anyways, if I put extra content on my website, then I don't have to update the description of all of my YouTube videos. It makes things easier for me, kind of being lazy here. Is this connected here? Is this connected? Let's see. Is it working? Alright, I'm gonna guess it's working. If not, oh well. So
turn this
yep,
into
it's
something
working.
people can
Maybe. Alright, so what else do I have to talk about? My website, I already told you the difference between my social networks. Alright, next thing, I want to do another series over some programming stuff, and I'm coming up with a problem. I don't know whether to do on-screen videos or if I should do on my chalkboard videos. By the way, I think I'm going to go back to the chalkboard. I'm not digging the whole whiteboard thing. I think it's lame and I like chalkboards. Although I would like a higher quality chalk and chalkboard, but that's in a perfect world. But I'm not sure. I might stick with the whiteboard. See, I got a lot of decisions to think about. But anyways, I like to do the explanations and stuff on the whiteboard, and I like to show code on the computer. But I think the demonstration quality goes down as I'm on the computer and I'm just rambling on about these concepts. But if I'm in real life, I can draw pictures and talk face to face, well, face to camera, but, you know, better than face to screen to recorder to screen to you. So I'm not sure what to do for that. I mean, I might go back and forth, but I did the HTML and CSS tutorial series, which I'm still working on. That was all on screen, and I thought it was a lot more boring and not as high quality work. So we'll have to see for that. Alright, what else? Alright, so yeah, I'm working on finishing the HTML and CSS series, and then what I have planned is to do a PHP series over lots of things that you can do with PHP, mainly building dynamic websites, so where you can take content from a database or through a program and display it, such as saying, "Hello Caleb, welcome to your site. Today is Monday the 31st or whatever, it doesn't matter." That's called dynamic websites because you know, it changes. That's called dynamic. So that's one thing I want to do, as well as communications to databases and search results, pagination or paginating results. I'm not sure how to say it. That's where you can have 10 results on a page, and then with PHP it'll automatically know to create another page. So if you have 50 results that you can search from a database, with PHP you can display those on a website such as users, and it'll have multiple pages of them, and you can edit the content right on your website without having to go to your server through phpMyAdmin or a command prompt or anything like that. So that's some cool things you can do with PHP, as well as using file imaging and so forth, that frameworks. I want to get into that, and I want to get kind of in depth to where you can actually start building websites. So I'm still working on the appropriate method to display for that, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm kind of almost done talking. I wanted to know what you guys would like to start seeing from me. I mean, I like making videos. I have like 341 public right now on my main channel. I mean, that's confusing. Caleb the Video Maker 2, which I use the most. So it's my second channel, but it's my primary channel. That's confusing, because Caleb the Video Maker without the 2 is my second channel. Mind equals blown. But yeah, I would like to know what you want to see more of, because I love making videos. I'm starting school soon, so I'm going to be pretty busy, but I would like to continue to create just as much or more content than what I'm doing right now. So we'll see how that goes. And as for my HTML and CSS series, that's kind of just an introduction, so people who need to know PHP can take that HTML and CSS and use it to their advantage without knowing HTML and CSS like a boss. Just getting the basics to where you can understand PHP. Because if you want to